Welcome, welcome. Everybody pulling up and popping in. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm not able to go live on my new channel, Mrs.SheSaid's kitchen medicine cabinet. So any of my admins, please go over and drop that link in there for me so I can get those subs up so I can go live over there and share the information that I do have. I appreciate you. Steve-O is in the building. Welcome to you, brother. I appreciate you pulling up, popping in. Should be lunchtime, around lunchtime for some folks. Salute to y'all. I'm going to pop some lunch in for my people, but I had plans on creating green juice and smoothie today, and maybe some granola. Have some people come over and chit chat a little bit, give some clarity. This was supposed to be a clarity session on my new page, but I went over and said I need at least 50 subs to go live over there. So, do me the grace and honor of liking and sharing my stream. So if someone would like to learn something or appreciate my content, they'd subscribe. So salute to you guys. Because we are returning to what we were never taught, but always needed, right? Here in the kitchen becomes the place of healing, nourishment, womanhood, wellness, and everyday remedies for family and for yourself. So, I teach food is medicine, herbal teas and tinctures, womb and womanhood wellness, natural home remedies, kitchen routines that restore the body and family. Because sometimes, walking into your kitchen can be, frustrating, irritating. Like, I don't know what to eat, how to eat it. So we're going to bring some clarity to a lot of that because we all are human and our bodies need certain things and we're not giving it to them. So as we age and we get older, your body is going to remind you. Your body is going to tell you that, it's trying to communicate to you that something's going on and you may need to address it. And when we go to the doctors, they're not taught nutrition. So, being able to get a nutritionist who is willing to be a puzzle solver, right? Because if you don't know, if you have no clear understanding of what's going on, it's hard to ask someone for help. So, let's give a little clarity to what's going on. Again, I'm Mrs.SheSaid. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. I am 1/3 of a tribe, and I am 1/2 of He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance. Promote conscious parenting with the Harrises. Salute to my hubby, Mr. He Said, Cerebral Saturdays. I'm usually here doing Shame Sunday, but I started a new channel to address these types of things. Our body wellness remedies, taking it back to the kitchen. So it's called Kitchen Medicine Cabinet. Mrs.SheSaid. So, join me over there. I need at least 25 subscribers so I can go live over there and build the content over there. Original content. I've learned a lot over my almost 49 years, and I'm ready to share. I've been always sharing. We're rearing one son, 3 daughters, 3 kids are grown, one still, young. Homeschooling. Yeah, since the pandemic. She's in 6th grade now. So, doing 6th grade about 5 times, kind of have an understanding of where they may be struggling or what. This is in the building. Salute to Red Lipstick Vibes. 1/3 of the tribe vibe. Y'all go over and like and subscribe. Sister got a lot of information over there. Our autism mom. He's 22. She has a lot of information to share and give to you guys because, we all need some clarity, understanding, purpose, moving intentionally, especially with our bodies. So I'm bringing it to the kitchen because it used to be dreadful for me to come in here, not knowing what to eat, knowing my body is trying to tell me something, how to do it, for me specifically. So what may work for me may not work for you. So again, it's all about trial and error. And at this point, we all should just be able to eliminate sugar, caffeine packed with sugar and cream. You know, some coffee is okay. Processed foods, unhealthy environments, unhealthy thinking. You know, stinking thinking. You thinking, your thinking is stinking. Like I can smell it on you. So if we don't change that first, it's going to kind of be hard to get your kitchen and the way you address your kitchen and how you feed yourself and your family in order. Your medicine cabinet should be your kitchen. Your kitchen should be your pharmacy. Your kitchen should be your hospital. So y'all pull up a chair, you know. Let's heal home. Let's heal womanhood. Let's heal our families. You know, one meal, one cup of tea, one moment of intention at a time. It's hard to try to do everything at one time. You know, we all, even we're not children, but we still want instant gratification. Took us a while to get here sometimes. So you act like things happen overnight. Just overnight, this happened. No, we probably have not been taking care of our bodies properly, using it as a vessel. And our homes should be our altar. And we're not treating it as such. So it's showing in all the diagnoses, the illnesses creeping up on you. Oh, it's hereditary and genetic. You probably ate the same, probably moved the same, thought the same as the people before you. So at some point, you got to break cycles, and it's now. So join me. Here to remind you of something, you know, we should have been taught from girlhood to womanhood. And we're going to address it today. I'm going to grab some of my stuff and start prepping. Play a little light jazz tunes. Salute to 1,000 watts. Y'all go over and subscribe. If you pop in, brother, y'all drop y'all links in the chat so we can all support each other. I'm looking for at least 25 subscribers to go over to Kitchen Medicine Cabinet with Mrs.SheSaid and subscribe so we can share some knowledge and wisdom and gain understanding and clarity so we can move forward positively. That's what I'm talking about. Plans for the quiche. Work on loves, herbs, scallions, peppers growing in there. Had to bring them in. It's freezing here. Avocado seed. We got knowledge here. Medicinal herbs for healing. We got the herbs, the benefits, the taste, and some side notes. Just so we have it right in our face. You know, I ain't got to go keep looking at papers and stuff like that. I like to have it right in my face. Like I know my body is feeling some things. I get a call from a friend or something. They going through some stuff. Like it's a quick overview. You know, just to look at herbs. Look up your local holistic herbal store and buying it in ounces and just putting it in jars is much cheaper than trying to buy big stuff that you don't even know how to use yet. And you know, you only need a little bigger. Most teas offer maybe 1 teaspoon, the most 1 tablespoon, depending on the herbs. Some teas are really, really strong, so you gotta be. Again, I had to bring some stuff in because it's cold outside. It's our 6th grade. So finish some morning work, get some laundry done, ready to join me. And these are peppers. They growing all right. Over here, we got some herbs hanging and drying. I think that's lemon balm. And it's relaxing, refreshing. situate, jump back up here so we can get some lunch started. Well, warmed up. That's nice salad. I think I still got some curry chickpea. They'll probably have some fried chicken. Everybody don't eat. You gotta keep some stuff. Well, I'm going to be making juices. So we have what we have here. Some fruit. Oh, got it? You need Daddy to open it? Salute to everybody pulling up and popping in. If you don't know, this is Mrs.SheSaid. I have a new channel. Let me turn that down. Might be a little loud. Salute to 1,000 watts. With the tunes playing in the back. All right, bro, get your ice. We in the kitchen. This is where we spend most of our time. So learning how to enjoy it, find comfort in it. And it's been hard because I can imagine what's packed in the kitchen. Snacks, processed food, and such. We've all had our times of living like that. But when you know you should do better, you should, right? And I always think about all the messages that were sent to by the elders, aunts and adopted mothers and elder sisters, just hearing what they used to say to do. And now it resonates. So don't wait too long. That's all. And again, I tell you, rearing 3 girls, I've just been so candid and open about everything. About being a girl, a young teen, puberty, sex, like all of it. I've never been shy to talk about it and be transparent about my, mistakes or young, poor decision-making process. We're all human. So here, the kitchen is your first hospital. Your kitchen should be your pharmacy. And we're going to learn a little bit over on Kitchen Medicine Cabinet. Because I might have to pop in for Shame Sunday sometime. I'm just saying. Our society will not thrive any higher than the morality of our women. We need to get it together. So if we can't get self together, I'll be damned, you're going to be controlling anything in your life, in your environment, and it looks good. It's attractive to see you taking care of yourself. You noticing something is wrong, and you finding a way to figure it out and do it. Do what needs to be done to help with that, Again, before the pharmacies, before the doctor visits, before the stress and fear, we come here, the kitchen. The kitchen. This channel is for women learning to care for her home, her body again. We'll be making teas, herbal blends, healing meals, learning how to support our wombs, our joints, our minds, our families, using what's already in our pantry. It's not as expensive as people think, and you should spend a little money on wellness and your health. So, subscribe, take a breath, come on in. We're going to be reclaiming wellness at the kitchen counter together, with love and abundance. So join me. I got some episodes already set up mindfully, but I might jump around what I already have depending on what my audience is needing at the time. So make sure you absolutely hit that notification bell because you never know when I'm going to pop on. Warm this stuff up. Now you're rinsing off some fruit. You should rinse it off, some baking soda. For things you need to soak, strawberries, grapes, any vine things, baking soda and a pinch of vinegar. Soak in water. Really wash them off really good. Okay. Well, we got a nice quiet air fryer. It's not loud, crazy. And that's another thing, deep frying stuff is unhealthy, especially in unhealthy grease. Avocado oil is probably the best oil to deep fry because it takes really high heat. Any other time, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. But for baking and sauteing things, you might want to switch around. You can, but the vegetable oil, canola oil, or Crisco, no. You know what Crisco is? What's Crisco? You want to help me grab some greens out of the refrigerator? All right, we're gonna make green juice. All of it. I need the spinach. I have some in the freezer. Yes, this stuff. Got some green chard, organic spinach. Yep, arugula. I need a cucumber, please. Thank you, ma'am. I have no lettuce. So anything green is going in this juice. We got blender. Bend y'all down. It's a little better. Don't mess with that. That's another time. Another time. All right. So we in the kitchen medicine cabinet. Going over and subscribe. Kitchen medicine cabinet. Mrs.SheSaid. The man Williams is in the building. How you doing, sir? I need about 25 subscribers over on my new page, so we can get back to roots and royalty. Kitchen medicine cabinet. We're gonna be making some green juice today. I recently completed a 7-day thorn fast, and it's helped tremendously. Just saying. Always been a healthy eater, but I think my body needed a reboot because it was really exaggerated. And doctors don't tell us how to eat healthy. So we're gonna get in the kitchen. What's the honey? Are you making you a fruit bowl? Sounds good to me. I ain't mad at that. Okay. So we're gonna blend some stuff. It's gonna be a little noise. If y'all got any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'm here for it. If I don't know, I'll find out. I'm just saying. That kind of person. Right, Maddie? Maddie's in the kitchen too, prepping some lunch. Salute to the veterans, right? It's Veterans Day. Veterans Day. So salute to you guys. Appreciate your service. You didn't see it? Let me see. I don't know if one of my mods could drop the link in there. Let's see. I got you. It's new. It's only got like 25, 26 subscribers, so it ain't showing up in there. I understand. Salute to 1,000 watts for the tunes. I need my smoothie time for me. I did. I have to. I don't eat like that early in the morning. Smoothie for me. We're gonna have lunch. I can have a salad or something. I'm not even that hungry. Probably got too many things running, so it's not letting me. I've been on this health journey. I have to learn a lot about myself. Yeah, I got a whole chapter for men. I actually created a book over the year, 20 chapters. I believe y'all are chapter 13. So I'll pick one day and come on, because it's a lot, and it's not a one size fits all process. You have to, for real, know yourself, what you're going through. What I have learned is eliminating. You have to eliminate a lot of the poor things that you've already been doing. What you eat and what you drinking, for sure. Okay, your body is getting older and it will not be able to process it like it used to. It's something to consider. Yeah, smells good. Mhm. All right, that looks good. Let's see, do I need more light? Kind of bright. Sorry, booger. Everybody having lunch. I want lunch too. My lunch. Link is in the chat. I appreciate you, Red Lipstick Bob's my sister. She got that link in the chat. See that link in the chat? That's my new page. Go on over and subscribe, please, so we can go live over there and create the content over there. Number 26. All right. Appreciate you, E. The Man Williams. Thank you, sir. I definitely have some information for the men too, not just focused on women. It's family, man. We all as a whole need to get healthier. And I think most of us don't do it because we just don't know how. We just don't know how. I've honestly been noticing, I was probably, what, babe, about 36, 35, 36. It's like, this meat tastes funny. Feel a little different. You know what I mean? And I'm skinny. Inflammation. Within the last 2 years, I've had way too many diagnoses. Way too many, right? For one, with no real clarity. Just here, take this, instead of checking my, nutrient levels, the minerals, the vitamins, the things that are very important, my hormonal levels, and knowing how to read it, knowing how to identify what I need to eat to increase whatever it is that's depleted. And it's hard. So picking up a book, looking at articles, watching a lot of tutorial videos, a lot of doctors, learning. So I learned a lot. So join me over in the kitchen medicine cabinet so I can share with you. And I always suggest to do your own research. So with that smoothie, this is a big glass. This is a sumu smoothie. It's full of nuts, avocado, banana, and a lot of nuts. Dates, molasses, pinch of salt, water or coconut oil. Coconut water. Water or coconut water. The nuts will make like a milk consistency anyway. Use nuts also to make milk here. I was a cow drinker. Moo! Drinking somebody else's breast milk. That was killing my gut all them years, yo. I'm just saying, Maddie. And let me tell you, our kids never really liked the cow milk. Nope, Maddie never drank. No, milk, yeah, something, but this is sea moss. Rinse it, you soak it, drain it, next day, blend it, and it's like an applesauce consistency. You can have it thick, you can thin it out a little bit, but it has 92 out of 104, 106, 102 minerals and vitamins that you need. So just a teaspoon of this in your drink. It really doesn't have a taste. It has like a lemon hint smell to me. So, y'all let me know what it smells like to y'all when it's done. But this one's a little thick. But I'm going to put it in my smoothie. We're going to put it in there. I had some in my tea this morning. When I try to just take it like that, thick like that, I'd be like, tricked. And I've watched people do videos and stuff like that. I don't like it that thick. So we're going to thin it out. Thin it out with some, spring water or coconut water, whatever you decide. Can you put this back in the refrigerator for me? What you got, Maddie? Got a fruit bowl. Ooh, look. What is that whip? There's a lot of whip on there. Yeah, ain't mad at you yet. Got to encourage them to eat. So we're going to start getting this stuff together. Bring y'all over here. My hands are freezing. It's cold. It's freezing outside. Definitely freezing outside. Let's move over a little bit. All right, y'all got a good view? questions. Best thing I ever did was just stop eating for long periods of time. That's what did it for me. You know, I've been like preparing all year. I knew I wanted to fast, but when you're so nutrient deficient, you shouldn't do that if you don't have, you know, guidance through it. So I had to prepare. And, you know, for us women, sometimes it's hard to start. It's easy to start things and it's hard to finish. So we are controlled by the moon and kind of figuring out the phases of the moon this year as well. You know, you learn a lot. I tell my kids always, you learn something new every day, you know, and I'm all for that. I needed to do it during the new moon. So I waited till October 21st and I did it. I did 7 days and it was very beneficial. I still is having some tightness or whatever in fingers, you know, some of the stuff, but not as bad as it was because I was waking up upset, you know, and that's even not my move. I'm always happy to be up, you know. I woke up and I'm breathing another day. So to have that kind of mindset start to take over me, I was like, yeah, I got to do something. It's not going to be beneficial for anybody if I'm not right. I'm just saying. So I did it, planned it out, mapped out my recipes, made sure I had all the foods and things I needed, and noticing that it made me feel better. And I'm to the point where, let me turn that down a little bit. I apologize. I haven't taken the natural estrogen that's been getting to me. Because I did have a total hysterectomy 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 now. And it threw me into menopause. So now I'm postmenopausal. And I needed it because it was the hot flashes, just all the symptoms crazy. Got at least up to 70 now. And I was experiencing way too many. So it's been 11 days almost with not popping one of those pills by keeping the same kind of routine. Hydrating a lot. So that's the big one. Hydration, green juice in the morning, and trying not to eat after 9. And that's hard. Even for skinny mini like me. I like snacks. I like sugar. What you talking about? I like snacks. I like sugar. Right, Maddie? I like snacks and sugar. I like chocolate. I like cakes and cookies and donuts. You know what I'm saying? Yes, love it. So noticing the elimination of, because during the fast I didn't have any cheese, any creams. If it's not like coconut milk, coconut cream. Yeah, rarely had butter. So eliminating all that. Most of the stuff is fresh. Like if anything's cooked, it's a very small portion on the plate versus a big salad with all the workings, like everything in it. So good. No more salad dressing. Hubby's enjoying the party. No more salad dressing. Get you some pink Himalayan salt or some Celtic salt, some black pepper, a little bit of olive oil or extra virgin olive oil, and child, all the flavors in that stuff. And I was one of them kids wasn't introduced to vegetables and fruits like that. So I became a young adult who was ignorant like that. Can't get me nothing green. I need some chicken and fries. I'm just telling you, I was there. Iced tea was my drug of choice. I really wasn't a soda drinker, so I didn't burn up my gut with the soda. All right, I got some bird. Ooh, don't drip. Seeing the air fryer will drain that oil out of there. You want a salad with this chicken? You got no fries. Y'all are fry heads. And you got your fruit bowl, so you should be good. You ate that. Goodness gracious. Can I get that sourdough bread out there? Make some bread, maybe? Green leaf lettuce, cucumbers, celery, carrots, garlic, apples. It should be at the top, right behind those bars. I mean jars. I said bars. Lord. We're gonna make some green juice, y'all. I'm just getting everybody's lunch together because it's lunchtime. It's a little past lunchtime, but I was trying to get ready, come up in here. That sounds like a good fruit bowl. The link is in the chat to kitchen medicine cabinet with me. It's She Said new channel. We're gonna be learning, getting some clarity on how to eat better. Make our minds, bodies, and souls better. I'm just saying. Helps. You really did. Really? Really? Okay. I you know. At least it's pink Himalayan salt. And sourdough. Yeah, breads, no. Sourdough's okay. Notice when you have gut issues, like fermented foods is something that you should incorporate if you don't already. I'm really big on sauerkraut. Like I said, I got to make it myself, but you got to let the cabbage, ferment for a couple weeks. So I ain't did it yet, but I will. Maybe we'll do it together, okay? And we'll wind up checking out the process. Can you put that back in the refrigerator, please? Thank you very much. And cinnamon. Always, cinnamon's in everything. I eat it. Regulates your blood sugar, lowers your cortisol. Hey, baby. What you time you gotta go work? 4. We about to make some green juice on live. You sure can. You need to turn the light on? It's dark now. Let's turn some lights on. How you feeling? A little better? You want some tea? Get a little boost. A little boost. I slow boiled a half a plantain to make for my next smoothie. Because it's a lot of enriched nutrients in that too. A whole lot. I'm just saying. I like it fried, but not as much. It's not my go-to, you know. It's not my go-to, but I'll put it in a smoothie. So if it's things that I know I don't like, I'll put it in a smoothie or juice. That's how I learned to like it. I'm not even gonna lie. Mush it up like a baby. I eat it. Texture. Okay. Daddy got a seeds, salad, and a piece of chicken. Get my husband some food ready before I start. Thank you, my sister, Red Lipstick Vibes. Appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in. Let me see. My phone was acting up before. Everybody's home today. Y'all hear them tunes? That's 1,000 watts. If you're new here, go over to a tribe called Harris. That's where you can catch me and hubby, Mr. He Said, Mrs.SheSaid. He said, she said, love and abundance. We got a lot of content over there. Original content. Some stuff is on membership, so please become a member. Check us out. Get some information up for y'all. For the pharmacies, y'all, we had the kitchen. Most of the building and the families happened in the kitchen. There's always somebody cooking. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, there's always preparation going on. And we're going to talk about it. How to care for our bodies, our emotions. People talk about this emotionally intelligent. You got to show me. We got to learn how to care about our homes in a way that heals us and not drains us. And that's hard. So drained, tired, doing this, want to give up. That's not going to work. That's not going to work for everybody. Kind of dress that up nice a little bit. Gotta care about what we give our people. Put some cranberries on I stopped with the feta too. Feta might have was irritating me a little. So just be mindful of what you put in your body. You know, like I'm so bloated after eating that. I got ninja-itis and food is affecting me. Your uncle, your all died from stroke, heart attacks and, all kind of ailments last minute. You have to consider the food that was being ingested for years. Your organs at some points just stop working. I'm just saying. And many doctors will ignore you. That's women going in places, screaming, I'm hurting this and that. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. They look at you like crazy. And you probably are. I'm just saying. Don't be mad at me. It does feel a little crazy when we lack knowledge of self. Trying to figure it out and expecting others to figure it out. It's crazy, but we do it. Can't be the only one to admit it. Just saying. So you want some hot sauce? Want some spicy? I'm gonna do that too. I had a recipe to create my own hot sauce because I'm growing hot peppers. So we'll try it. All right, everybody got their lunch. Y'all still here? Subscribers, go over to the kitchen medicine cabinet with me, Mrs.SheSaid, we can learn some stuff. I've been doing the goat cheese. It's been doing the goat cheese. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It comes in the same crumbles like feta, so I'll try it. I hear that. This might be a little better. I do appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in. Ladies, we were told to survive, how to work, how to serve, but we were not taught how to nourish ourselves, how to pay attention to our cycles and our moods, how to understand the signals our bodies send us. Weren't taught how to slow down, how to listen, how to listen. I'm just saying, don't be mad at me. I'm just a messenger. We weren't taught how to tend to ourselves like we matter. Do for everybody else, do this, do that. You're pulled and tugged in so many different places. We worry and concern about things that we can't control. That's unhealthy because it's going to catch up to us someday, and we don't want to, wait till it happens and then be a whining woman. This is what some physicians or doctors write on their paperwork about you. When we go in and are not clear about what's going on, what feels wrong, how it's progressed or regressed or whatever. We don't have that clarity. So whining woman is something that it's known that they put on paperwork. So be mindful that you could be laughed at once they walk out of that office with you, which is a shame. It's not how it used to be. Their doctors to push pharmaceutical medicines, they actually get bonuses and such like that. So it's kind of hard to find you a physician who likes to do puzzles, right? You find one that's pretty good, like you can get a lot of information from that one physician. And if not, he doesn't know, he'll point you in the right direction, he or she. So, take your pick. Be mindful. You have to court them too. It's crazy. We were also not taught that your kitchen is your first hospital. We was not taught that. Now, some of us have grown up and have those memories of, our elders always being in the kitchen. Something was always cooking. If something wrong, your foot hurt, put an onion under in the sock, like, honey, your throat is sore. Some of us took castor oil or cod liver oil and, them big soup remedies. Like, it was always something that they were providing to us, but maybe we weren't willing to receive that knowledge and wisdom and take it into our own lives. Again, having no honor in what the elders did. I remember somebody telling me really young, if you can't eat it, don't put it on your body. And now I live that way. So it's just like, I wish I'd have listened, even 10 years ago. So, I'd rather give it to the younger generation now, so they can be more conscious in how they're moving when it comes to their self. So we worry about everybody else, but you ain't really paying that much attention to yourself. I'm just saying. So we were not taught the foods you choose can either restore you or make you feel tired, inflamed, disconnected, overwhelmed, and just disgusted. We watched a lot of series of 600-Pound Life, and a lot of those folks felt disgusted, but they couldn't stop the behavior. They couldn't stop the habits, because that's pretty much what it is. It's a habit. And a lot of us have a lot of poor habits, and the first step is admitting that you do have poor habits. Just because you're not ingesting mind-altering drugs, foods do the same thing. So if you didn't know, they do the same thing. They disrupt a lot of stuff, and we haven't been taught. So let's do this. Requests. Got some menstrual stuff, so we're gonna make a quick tea. We got the red clove. So 3 of those again. Baby gotta go to work today. So make sure she's good. Chamomile. A little clove. Chamomile. Cedar nettle might help too. Roses too. You know that rose petals is good too. Hibiscus. There's still hibiscus in there. Can't overdose on tea and herbs. I'm just saying. Can't. Some have some real strong medicinal properties, so you really have to be mindful. So we got chamomile, 3 red cloves, and their little strings with them. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of hibiscus. I'm gonna slice some ginger. Oh, that'll help relax our body. So I keep drinking a lot of ginger. Inflammation. Ginger. Okay, put it in all your drinks. Tea, morning, nighttime. Ain't gonna hurt you. Might just help you. So let's put some of that in there for her. It smells so good. It's hot. So you want to warm the inside of your body and get rid of the inflammation. It's the hot that your body needs. You need to cool down. You need things like mint, lavender, chamomile. So we got a little bit of calm and heat in this for the gear. Got the strainer in there, so you let this steep. Just cover it up. Look at that's the hibiscus. It's gonna be red because of the hibiscus. Let that sit for about 10 minutes for her, and when it's ready, sip it slow. Sip it slow. We don't know how to sip shit slow. We be guzzling, y'all guzzlers, getting them big gulps. Companies is trying to ruin your body. Society full of fast food eating is, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. The physicians are waiting for you. What did I say? I did some chocolate mint and rosemary tea this morning. It was real good. Yeah, that rosemary is pretty strong. Couple little pieces of it is just amazing. Rosemary brings clarity to your brain. It's good for your body. Just saying, dried or fresh. If you got it in your cabinet, it's good for you. We weren't taught the kitchen was your first hospital. So, you know, the herbs that we use, spices in our food, the food you choose, they can restore you or they can make you feel horrible, right? We're not taught that healing is daily. It's not a crisis moment. It's not a last resort. It's but a lifestyle of choosing yourself. Like, whew, when you choose yourself, it's not easy. Can't be wrapped up in everything. It's hard to give to others when you have given nothing to yourself. And we need the fuel. The fuel is food. So we grow up living through pain, ladies. You know, gentlemen, I'm sure y'all have your own struggles with pain, but I'm a woman and I know this biologically, you know, growing up from girl, teen to young mother to old mother to now. I'm just saying, we lived through it. I used to even say that to my husband, like, I got a high tolerance for pain. Like, I used to brag about that shit, you know, and when that reality is not your consciousness no more, yeah, it's depressing. It can absolutely send anxiety and depression and all of that. And guess what the doctors want to do? They want to do some drugs. Here, the Ploxetin, and oh, you see these commercials? They want y'all to take everything and the side effects to everything. But guess what? Ain't many side effects to eating good food. If your body don't agree with it, it'll reject it and you don't eat the shit no more. How about that? I don't know. But we definitely grew up living through that pain, ignoring, exhaustion, forgetting our own softness. Ladies, we forgot our own softness, how to be soft. Ooh. And losing our relationship to our bodies. It happens. You know, I'm not just making it up. It absolutely happens. Let me get my... So now we want to reclaim that shit back. We got to do it. You know, we are remembering. You remember your elders, man. Hold them tight. Honor them. It's Veterans Day. Honor your elders. If you ain't had nobody fighting them wars and all that, you got some elders. They fought life. This a fight. You winning or you losing? You feel like a loser? Because I ain't come from a city like that. Concrete jungle. That little girl still in here. Concrete jungle. I'm a fighter. I wasn't going to let my body fall apart. And I don't do nothing about it. So we coming back to the kitchen. All right. I did enough content on Shame Sunday. You know, you want to know how to find some shame, self-reflection, come on over. It's a lot of content here. You want to learn some stuff and how to rebuild and remember, reset your body, kitchen medicine cabinet. Go over and subscribe. We're going to be learning. And I'm always in the kitchen, so I can click this button at any time. Cook dinner with me, make breakfast juices and all that with me. All right? I just made everybody some lunch. We're going to talk about it here. Food is medicine, herbs that support the womb, seasonings that reduce inflammation, teas for the nervous system, the habits that make life feel lighter again, instead of so heavy. Not perfect, because none of us are. Not aesthetics, just real women learning real wellness at home. Try it. Come on, grab a chair, sit down, get a notepad, clip some stuff. So if you're ready to start caring for yourself differently, reclaim the parts of womanhood that should have been passed down to us with love, you are in the right place. You're in the right place. Go ahead, subscribe. Let's begin this journey together right here at the kitchen counter with love and with intention. He said, she said, love and abundance. Make sure you like and subscribe. And let's get this green juice started because I got to make some for tomorrow. I drunk my last one. And I get these. My brother brought me a case of these. So I make 12 ounces juices and put them in the freezer. You don't want it to sit in your refrigerator. You got to drink it. Like it shouldn't sit. What you're going to make is probably maybe 48 ounces. You should drink it. So I do 12 ounces in the morning around 10 o'clock. Get all that green juice, chlorophyll, A, C, K, E, vitamins, fiber, and I save the pulp. And I'll throw some of the pulp in my smoothie because the pulp has a lot of nutrients too, so you can throw all that away. right? It's been sayings in families, waste nothing. Waste not, want not. That's it, right, babe? Hey, Maddie. This is a womb healing tea. So we strain it. I got another strainer though. Make this for the big one upstairs. It smells so good too. I'm gonna run up and go take this off. 3 floors. Look at that. That was workout. All right. Put this over here. Get your hands clean. You're touching, making food for people, and your hands is dirty. I'm just saying. Welcome all. Go over to the kitchen medicine cabinet and subscribe, please. Everything's been, I washed it off, but I'm gonna wash it again. Yeah, we use the peel too. We're gonna use the peel too. I'm the only one who does the green juice right now. So I only make enough right now. We don't want to waste it. And that, I mean, I'll put the whole apple in. Ain't no special way to cut. Just cut it up, put it in your blender. I do a couple things at a time, and then I put it in my blender to let it blend more, kind of puree more. But this is a NutriBullet, and it's powerful, so it's gonna grind up all that. We're gonna go with half of this lime. And if you got lime juice, you can use that too. It's usually 100% lime juice, lemon juice. But I'm on a fresh kick. You gotta be fresh. Let's just do it. Oh. It's not as stringent as lemon, because that lemon would have tore your eyeball up. Okay. So half a lime. We're gonna do the whole apple because green apples is sweet, sour. Kind of have it both in there. If you got the seeds, you don't want to. It's grounding too. I'm just saying. Is my music too loud? Is it coming through too loud for y'all? 1000 watts radio. Got the smooth jazz and lo-fi. Y'all hear ruckus in the back? That's the turtles moving around over there in their home. So you can't put everything in this little one thing. So I put this hard thing together, blend that first, pop that in, and I throw my spinach, my kale, arugula. I got green chard. All of that stuff is going to go in the mix too. Oh. Hey, ma. There was a time that cannabis smokers, weed smokers were shamed in society, and now look where we are. Oh, you know, you can go to the store and get you whatever you like. So, you know, ladies, if some of y'all are truly struggling with your perimenopause, menopause, they have CBD gummies. They have, you know, they have a lot of relief things that are low in THC and terpenes. So you won't have the high effect, but you still get the, you know, the health benefits of it, because there are. Do your own research. Visit a cannabis shop. Talk to one of the reps, and it'll give you a lot of information. I'm just saying. All right, already it's going to be a little noise. We want the skin and all, okay? It's nutrients and all that. Even my blender's starting to turn like a hint of green. All right, need some gifts, all right? Need some gifts. I've been working these things out, child. You hear me? Working them out. So I have, I saw my herb counter. I have moringa powder, something I put in there, and spirulina powder. They both do a lot. There's so many nutrients in these things. Like, it just can't tell you just one thing. So we'll definitely have to have a series where we're going over these things, and I can tell you what nutrients you're getting from it. Because our bodies all need different stuff at different times, right? First batch. Let's do the rest of the apple. Uh-oh. 5-second rule, 5-second rule. 5-second rule, y'all. Nothing wrong with that. Kitchen floor is clean. Mopped them yesterday, day before yesterday. Move it back. All right, this we're gonna go ahead and screen it. It's about a handful. So I'm gonna do the whole handful. Looks pretty clean. I got frozen kale and frozen. I think I got spinach too. I should have used the frozen spinach. Whatever. We'll get the frozen kale. We're gonna put that in there. spinach. I also froze fresh parsley and fresh celery leaves. There's so much nutrients in these things. The same stuff, ACKE. Like, so that's why it's so pertinent to have that green juice in the morning, because you're getting an abundance of nutrients. This is frozen kale. So you get it, buy it, rinse it off, put it in parchment paper, put it in a Ziploc bag, and you're good. Keep going for it. Now we're going to put all of this, the rest of this in there. This is going to make a lot of juice. Probably going to make more than that 48 ounces. That's a nice amount. So already we got lime, cucumber, and apples. So now we got apples and kale. I'm spinach in there. As much greens as you want. When I freeze it, it can last all week, and I have one every morning. So the more I do, the less I have to make throughout the week. Because I was doing it like every other day. And that gets tiring. So prep work, be ready to be in your kitchen and prep some stuff. If you prep it before when you come home after your groceries, you kind of a little ahead of the game. So let's blend that up. Just a little bit of water. I could actually pour some of that juice back in here. And there was a time I couldn't even twist it on tight, and I couldn't twist it off. That's how weak my hands was feeling. Ask this, she can chat. I'll be crying. That's the sound of a woman working in the kitchen all day. Some men working on the railroad. I'm just saying. Look how pretty green that is. That is pretty. I met my husband. We've been together almost 28 years. January 1st will be 28 years. And I first I don't eat nothing green. I eat a green. Trying to be a spoiled brat to see if he let me get away with it. Just saying. His face expressions alone said a lot, Sometimes you learn to read people. Salute to the Apollo, years of watching that, Got to be a judge of character. Quick, look at that. That is spinach, kale, and the half an apple. So we're going to pour that in. Everything goes in. Look at it. It's so happy dancing together. Spinach in here too. But the arugula is very good for us. Freezing out there. So, I want more of the arugula because I already put spinach in it. But I'll take it all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Rinse it off. They're usually pretty clean. I'm growing some arugula. I had to bring it in because it's really so cold outside, but it can grow up into as low as 20 degrees. So I just got it sitting on the floor with the sun creeping through the window, and it's just so windy here in Baltimore. We in Beatmore. All right, that's the arugula and a little bit of spinach, and I have frozen parsley. So I had bought a nice big bushel, and then I rinsed it off, folded it up into the parchment paper portions, and look, you just take a portion off, and that's enough for the smoothie. Parsley, fresh parsley, This is why it's just like a dressing on things, like that dried parsley that they sell at the stores. It really strips a lot of the nutrients out of it. So even the stem, like I chop it up fresh, not like this is frozen. I wouldn't want this in my salad, but fresh, I'll chop it up, put it in the salad. I just had to learn to just start throwing everything in the salad. You know, I mean, salad is the biggest thing on my plate. So the smoothie is where I get most of the calories. So when I did like my calorie count, my meals are never even freaking 600 calories. So the smoothie, you pack it with all the stuff, avocado, nuts, banana, you know, coconut milk, coconut water, it's packed. So you're getting much more calories, maybe 1,500. So and that's where I get most of my calories from. The fat, healthy fat calories. And the celery leaves are very nutritious too. It's probably more nutritious than the damn celery itself. I'm just saying. So we're gonna throw some leaves in there because I'm gonna throw some celery in there too. But I don't want to use it all. Sparingly, y'all. Sparingly. Let me smell celery. You can also take the leaves of any of them, dehydrate them yourself, sit them in the sun, let it dry out. Dry it out in the oven real slow, maybe 170 degrees. It's gonna take some time. Or even like my mother do, just turn the light on in the oven and let it sit however long it takes. It'll dry it out. The light in the oven was strong enough to dry it out. Just takes a little longer. And then you could just put it in the grinder. Where's my grinder? Okay, put it in the grinder. Just grind it up. That was oats. I made oat milk and oat flour. All right, let's put this away. Something else I can show y'all what I did with making the sea moss. I kind of took the sea moss and added herbs to it. So it's ginger in there, mint, lemon balm added to this, the sea moss pieces. You can just take it and throw it in the tea or your water. It'll dissolve, so you're getting a nice pinch of minerals and vitamins from the sea moss. You know, it's cooling it down. The lemon balm, all of this stuff is healing, and the ginger is hot, so it's going to kill the inflammation or help with the inflammation. And those are just like in the freezer. I'll be over here just trying to think. I gotta have them get it in some kind of way because everybody, y'all know what it is. Finishing up the smoothie. All right, so I got the parsley in there, the celery. I didn't have celery. I'm only gonna do one. See all those leaves? They all good for you. I should have got them off when I first got it yesterday, and I didn't. But we'll put more. I don't want a big one. Celery in it. Oh, losing my sucker. Don't always have to use a knife. Using your hands. I mean, it's grounding. Just touching the stuff. Fresh herbs, fruits, vegetables, like it's grounding. Love your food. That helps. All right. I got all my greens in there. Chard, parsley, celery. Let's put this stuff in the refrigerator. Clean up as you work. Because it becomes a disaster area. I don't like that. We made some awesome fish Sunday. It was amazing. Put this away. Maddie! Did she leave her juice? Left her cranberry. You left your cranberry juice down here. You just popping in, go subscribe over to Kitchen Medicine Cabinet, where we're going to be learning some stuff, you know, getting back to the roots of healing ourselves, our home, our body, It's really windy outside. It's a lot of juice in celery too. Okay. So pretty. I should throw 2 of those. No, I'm just gonna add the sea moss. Bless you, bless you. Left you juice. Bless you, bless you. Bless you. So this is nail polish remover is in my bathroom. Might be in my bathroom. Oh yeah, it's in my bathroom. There's some cotton balls in there too. Look, that made a lot. All right, that's a lot. Can y'all see that? It's over. That's a lot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's strong without any sweetener. No sugar, no sugar, no sugar. Honey, for some people, you know, if you have diabetes or anything like that, honey might not be something you need to be having as your sweetener. I just found that stevia stuff. I had some. I tried to nip a little coffee. It might be something I have to get used to. But I miss coffee. My drug of choice. Just saying. Yeah. But after dinner treat, breakfast, like it was too much supplementing for my gut. And you know, when you start getting older, ladies, that gut, that's the first thing, man. If I could say when I first noticed, that's why I said about 36, my gut. You know, I just was kind of disgusted with everything. My food was changing, like taste buds. It was just, you know, Rambo Mambo. Did I say that right? Rambo Mambo. Subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate you. The link is broken. The link is broken on this one or the link in the chat to the new channel. Sis is going to fix it. Moderation gang is in the building. I appreciate you. I appreciate your sub. I'm just trying to, you know, teach you what I know. And, you know, that's where we are as we get older. You should be there really young, but, you know, sometimes you're ignorant. You're young. Ignorance is generational. You got to notice it and want to change it. Be the change that you want to see, right? So we're making green juice today. So I did all my greens in there so far. And I told y'all I add moringa powder and spirulina powder. Okay. And like I showed y'all, my chart on the wall kind of gives you summary. The moringa powder, it's amazing. It's really not that expensive. I got a Middle Eastern store that I go to, and they sell it cheaper than in the grocery stores. Grocery store is like a small bag of it. Let me see, how many ounces is that? 8 ounces. An 8-ounce bag in the grocery store is going to cost you probably $13, $15. Find you a Middle Eastern store, some type of herbal holistic store to get your herbs and powders from, right? I would trust them more, honestly. The holistic place that I get a lot of my stuff from, they only use, a majority of their stuff is the Now product. So if you see that product, I would suggest that one. I haven't had any issues. I'm just saying, it's all natural stuff. So it's from the earth. We're meant to have it. It's here for us. We just was never taught how to use it. I'm just saying. So if y'all can hear me, the moringa powder is packed with vitamin C, A, iron. It's high in antioxidants, anti-inflammatory. It helps digestion, like your blood sugar regulation and skin health. Helps reduces inflammation, arthritis, digestion, constipation, peptic ulcers. Like it manages diabetes. It improves skin elasticity, mood stabilizing, brain health, and its weight management. So just adding about 2 to 4 teaspoons daily, so 1 to 10 grams in a smoothie or yogurt, or sprinkle it on your food. Either way, it's good for you. It might be best in the morning for energy, before meals for appetite control, and after exercise for muscle recovery. So moringa powder is amazing. I'm just saying. And got that green spirulina. Green spirulina is packed. It's green, right? So algae packed. Vitamin B1, B2, B3, copper, iron, magnesium, like vitamin E, vitamin C. Like these things are These things are needed. It supports muscle movement, heartbeat. It produces protein creating energy. So it's good for heart health. It helps block tumor growth. It kills cancer cells. It's an anti-inflammatory, and it is absolutely an anti-cancer property. So, it may worsen symptoms. It may worsen symptoms in people with immune disorders. So if you have an immune disorder, absolutely speak with your physician before you just start sprinkling powder in your stuff. So it lowers cholesterol. It gives artery support, and it reduces blood pressure. So if you're on like a blood pressure reducing type of medicine, I wouldn't suggest taking it, because you're taking something that's reducing your blood pressure. So you don't want to take something else that's going to make it even lower. I'm just saying. And look how green that is. And it'll turn it even greener. Let's see, I'm only going to use a little. So it said the moringa powder, 1 to 2 tablespoons in a day for the daily intake. 1 to 2 teaspoons. So it's not a lot. 1 to 2 teaspoons is a little. That's not a lot. Just a teaspoon. So I made so much, I'm going to only use 2 to get all that extra support on top of all the natural nutrients in there. Get a whole panel of what your body is looking like. Yeah, minerals, vitamins, all that stuff. Tell me more specifics. And I'm only going to do 1 of the spirulina because it's pretty strong. And it keeps it that pretty green. Okay? I ain't put no sweetener. So we got to add that. We got black molasses and maple syrup. I'm not sure. It's really to taste. So I got to just kind of weigh it out. I don't measure. And once the apples mix in, because the apples are sweet, so that'll do it. I got it. I was just messing with you. But I don't be having it. I be having to go get my husband. So now I learned to, once I use it, just wipe off the top, because it's very sticky. And molasses is very beneficial. Something for ladies to take in the morning or in the afternoon. Tablespoon, kind of like nip it, like you're kind of sipping it, because it's hard to just take the whole thing. Thyme, magnesium, and potassium. Correct me if I'm right. Uncle Rick, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Sis dropped the link to Kitchen Medicine Cabinet. New page, new content, new knowledge and wisdom. Well, I've always been trying to give it, but we're going to dedicate this page to that. This is the molasses. I could throw 3 teaspoons in there. I'm just saying. You definitely want it with a little kick of sweet. I'm to the point where I don't even care. I know I need it. So if it don't taste right at first, it will at some point, because my body's just going to get used to having it. You understand? A lot of things I didn't eat. My husband's very proud to watch me eat the things that I'm eating. What you want to eat, Nick? Nothing. Give me some chocolate, some chips or something. Let that mix. And we're going to strain it all through the cheesecloth. I'm going to see how pretty green it comes out. We don't want to smooth. Thick. I wouldn't want a green smoothie, I don't know, maybe it's the texture, but once the pulp is done, I'll take the pulp out and actually put it in the smoothie. I tried to make crackers and stuff. Some of the stuff just wasn't turning out right, so I got a little discouraged, but we'll revisit it. We will revisit it. get slapped like that. Cheesecloth. This thing been through the ringer, boy. Everything. Squeeze through there. Just wash them. They're going to get stained because real fruits and vegetables actually stain. No, you just pour. Let's see. Let that strain through. Okay. All right. That's straining through. Thank you, sis, for dropping links. All natural. My first episode was supposed to be the clarity session, so I'll probably do it again once I do gain the 50 subscribers. I can't go live over there until I get 50 subscribers. So I said I'll do it today. Come over here. Matter of fact, let me share it to my ladies over on Facebook because we're struggling. I'm gonna put it in my group. Where'd it go? Sorry, y'all. Because clarity is what's needed. I mean, it helps with relieving the frustration of not being able to be clear and articulate yourself to others about what's going on, what's troubling, what's happening, you know, what you're willing to do to make changes so it doesn't continue to happen. There's a lot of things that's happening with our bodies and who we eat. I eat real light all day. I try not to eat a full meal until dinner. So the meal is really the smoothie, which is packed with so much. Like, this is probably the most calories I get is from the smoothie. Because I eat like a herbivore. All right, I'm going to share this over to Facebook now. Since I got the juice out the way. Now that's doing, I can chat a little bit. Maddie did a lot of independent work this morning. Good job, my girl. Her workbook stuff. And some stuff online. Very proud of. All right. There we go. Sorry. Appreciate y'all though, pulling up, popping in, hanging with your girl for a little bit. See what I got over here. No. There we go. I share with the groups. Kitchen medicine cabinet. What Mrs.SheSaid. Tell them I need 20 plus subs to go live. I appreciate y'all's support this far. Hope y'all willing and ready to come on this journey, learning some stuff. If you got something to share, please do. All of us have different challenges. You know, my motto is for sure, one size does not fit all at all. What your body needs is probably something mine don't. So it's something we need to understand respectfully. So ladies, what your man body need and what your body need is different. How he can eat that and he ain't gain no weight because his body different. I'm saying, I'm eating one of them green apples while that's straining. It's straining through. Ooh, that's pretty. And it's a lot of pulp left. Once you squeeze it, it'll be drained down. But let's get this popping. Need my afternoon cannabis break. Helps calm some nerves. I'm just saying. Some people smoke when they can't function. I'm highly functional. I need to slow down sometimes. I heard what I said in the beginning. Some of us weren't taught to slow down. Like you're doing too much. I can have been yelled at if you're doing too much. Like you stop moving, but I wasn't really taught how. Sort of fasting, calming myself. Like, and if you're heavy in the Bible and you can take the time to sit down and read and calm yourself and take it all in, do so. Okay. There's a foundation for all of us, but us ladies, most reproductive conditions in women come down to 3 core disruptions. 3 of them. 1 is hormonal imbalance. 2 is chronic inflammation. And 3 is the nervous system override. It's overdrive, sorry. It's a lot. We weren't taught these things. We weren't taught how to notice, how to listen and pay attention to, especially ourselves. So, the hormonal imbalance, usually too much estrogen versus not enough progesterone. So they're not equally balanced. And one can be too much, too little. And it's going to affect you. How it affects you individually is something unique. A lot of illnesses in the reproductive system is from overfueled estrogen. So it's just too much. So me having endometriosis, high estrogen was fueling it, right? So then when I have a total hysterectomy, like overnight, it drastically affected the body, right? Because it was so high at one point, fueling the endometriosis. And then we take it all out, and my body is like, what's going on? What's happening? So it absolutely threw a shock. And I stopped eating meat. So sometimes when you do things drastically, your body will go into shock. And the meat stopping was around the time I had hysterectomy. So it was just a lot going on at one time. And of course, you ain't going to go to the doctor and they're going to take these blood panels and, they do the regular, metabolic panel. So it's nothing, detailed or specific towards nutrients and minerals and vitamins that your body needs to see what the levels are. And they put us all in the same box, kind of group us all together in these percentage. And it's irritating because I don't believe it. Like we all are not the same. So your body may need more iron than my body needs, because of your, genetics, your skin color, like all of it. It's a lot. So we're going to learn along the way. So that hormone imbalance is something unique. I did a show on this page and a tribe called Harris during the fasting, just giving a lot more information about how the ladies should go in and ask for these types of blood panels. Your LSH, your FSH blood panels should be checked like frequently. And not only that, these OBGYNs should refer women to endocrinologists because they are the doctors who learn more about hormones, right? And how they function and move and things like that. So, you get more explanation for it versus the doctor just telling you, yeah, it looks fine. Because this is what they do. You get your blood panels done, you go back to your OB, says, yeah, everything looks great. It's pretty normal. That's because I took that blood work in the morning. Take the blood work in the afternoon and I bet you'll be different. Like, see? So that's how we are. To that chronic inflammation, pain, heaviness, swelling, tissue irritation. Most people have that. And I got to be honest with you. I ain't fat. Never been. I was 208 pounds at my largest, and that was because I was creating life in my body. So felt all this. A little 120 pounds, soaking wet. Okay? Pain, heaviness, swelling, a tissue irritation. I could hold a microphone one night and be dying the next day. Like my hand is hurting so bad. That inflammation. We don't know to go in to the doctor and going into your primary care physician and tell him you want an inflammation marker test. He's gonna question why, and all of this. You know, the endocrinologist would know exactly why, because I'm inflamed and I need to know what those markers look like so I can do something about it. Or is there something I can take? Or ice baths. Like literally your body is inflamed. Like think about that. Your body is literally on fire inside. It can move around, like be in your hand one day and your shoulder the next day. It could be burning in the back of your neck, burning where your bra strap travels. So it's different for all of us, and just knowing what may be triggering it is where we need to be now. And it's usually the food. It's usually the food and the environment. And your mindset is first, of course, right? That nervous system overdrive. Good Lord. Even with the love and abundance that's in this home, that nervous system overdrive is no joke. Body living in stress, even if it's not right now stress. It could be childhood stress, teenage stress, stress you thought you forgiven and let go, and all of that. Can't control how the mind remembers, but we can control what we do when it remembers it. Body's living in stress, tension, and survival mode. Fight or flight. Fight, flight, or freeze. It's when you're living in. I know where I grew up and where a lot of my stuff comes from. And I haven't been hurt like many women I know. So if mine was that intense, I can imagine. So sending some love and light to all of y'all, because we've all been through some stuff, right? Men and women. That's still draining. We're going to squish, squish, squish. And that feels good too. Just draining all that stuff, especially when I do the milk. I feel like I'm milking a cow, but I'm milking nuts, walnuts, pistachios, cashews, almonds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, flax seeds. All those things can be milked just with water and a good old NutriBullet or some type of grinder blender. All three of these, the hormone imbalance, chronic inflammation, nervous system overdrive, all three work together. And when they stay unbalanced for years, they manifest differently in different women based on body type, trauma history, lifestyle, and genetics. It's a lot of factors. It's not just one. It's a lot of factors. This is why conditions look individual, right? But the root is collective. The root is collective, but the conditions, they look individual. But a lot of us are dealing with a lot of the same stuff. Fibroids, non-cancerous tumors in the uterus, extremely common in Black women due to estrogen dominance. Like we have a estrogen dominance in us. Chronic stress, hair and skin products with endocrine disruptors. Hair and skin products with endocrine disruptors. We don't even know what that is. We don't even know what that is. That means all the chemicals in the lotions and the Vaseline and the deodorant and the shampoo and the conditioner, the perms, the Jerry Curl activator, all those sprays, the fumes, the Holden spray, the gel, the slick on slam gel, the fucking Gorilla Manila tightening spray, all of it. So it's not just us Black women, but it definitely is absorbed quick because we have melanin. We absorb everything. The womb, emotional carrying. All of these things affect us. So often, all of these things often are connected to, heavy bleeding, painful periods, enlarged uterus, fertility challenges. It's a lot, and we have not been taught. So what is sex education really? What is sex education really? I went, and we have 3 adult children who went to school and finished successfully all the way through. And I remember when they went in sex ed, I got a lot of plants in here. When I watered them, the little gnats or something come out of them. But anyway, we're not taught. I think even when we're diagnosed, most of us don't even do the research. Take the little paper pamphlet that they give you in kind of do what they say instead of reflecting on how we got here. How is it? Good. So fibroids, for one, fibroids equals the womb holding on to what has not been released. So it's more than just trauma. It's emotional trauma, ancestral trauma. You wouldn't believe. The womb is holding on to what has not been released. I have been seeing women do come together and do these like womb healing seminars. They all lay on the floor. They have their legs open, frog-like position, as wide as they can. And, somebody's pressing down on them, like, because there's so much unhealed things going on there, even if it's just from shame trauma of growing up and not knowing your body and still becoming a woman and still not knowing your body. Like, those things are painful, to say the least. And I've been seeing that for the last few years. Ladies come together doing that type of womb healing situation and wrapped in, the cloths from the ancestors, and, they're chanting and doing all these other things, because where we are walking around trauma filled. And it shows in a lot of the illnesses and diagnoses that we get later on. So consider that when you're diagnosed with the fibroids. It's something you're holding on to. They ain't been released. Ovarian cysts. I think my first diagnosis, I was 17. Dermoid cysts, actually. And it was always fluctuating throughout. So it would get a little smaller, or, they would, and it would just went like that for years, to the point where it got too big, to where if it gets bigger, it's going to erupt. So we had to take it out. 2017. Left ovary and fallopian tube. Got to go. We don't want the dermoid cyst to erupt or do any of that, because, it's going to be not a good thing. So, these things can be laying in there young, and that could be ancestral wounds. It could be childhood trauma, whatever. It's fluid-filled sacs on or inside the ovaries, and it's different for all of us. This kind of thing forms when the body struggles to ovulate regularly. Our bodies are having problems ovulating regularly, menstruating regularly. Over the last 30, 40 years, girls are having menstruals. They'll start and they'll shut off for a year, get another one, like that's not normal. Once you get it, you should have it. It should be regular and consistent. It follows the moon. If the moon changes, your body may switch. You wonder why your cycle changed? Oh, it was 18 days and then it switched up because of the moon. But we don't know that. So it's what we try to learn. You okay? Often linked to ovarian cysts, often linked to stress. I mean, I was a child, it was a lot of stress. Structure and just the comfort of home and having the kitchen to build in. Like it wasn't. Of course, that stuff is all resolved and internalized the right way, but it did exist. So I can imagine why, that came along early. And I didn't eat properly at all. Wasn't nourishing my body properly young. I ate a lot of sugar processed food, please. Was not eating salads and yeah. Sis said, yes, the moon cycles are linked to women. So said, it might have changed this month because the moon was just a little different a week or two ago. I'm just saying, So those ovarian cysts often linked to stress, blood sugar instability. So young girls with obesity, where there are, chronic diabetes, or they're susceptible to diabetes because of their weight, the blood sugar instability will cause ovarian cysts. Like it will destroy their reproductive system. So your daughters are really, really heavy. We got to work on that. You're not even giving them a fighting chance, if that's what they want, to be mothers and create healthy life with healthy eggs, because it's unstable. It's not the processed foods, birth control use, all of that. Yeah. Here, you take this phone. Or you can call on your Alexa, your Echo. Okay. Sounds good. Tell us that she's probably watching. And ovarian cyst, birth control use. Instead of having dialogue, context, and conversations with our girls, we'll just go give them some birth control. And make it seem like it's because they have horrible periods or whatever. But, deep down inside, you might know they're fucking excuse me, might know they're having sex or intercourse of some sort. Not even there. I mean, because that's what it is. Like, I don't want women to ignore or act like not my daughter. Like, have those conversations, right? Because you can sit in their face and have this dialogue to know if something's going on or not. I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm gonna get through this. I think my phone might be dying, even with it plugged up. But I got the microphone too. Cysts, interrupted rhythm. Cysts form because the rhythm is interrupted. We're doing too many things and not doing the right thing. All right. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, not truly multiple cysts. It's a hormone plus a metabolic disorder. So the key features of that is high androgens, testosterone-like hormones. So that testosterone-like hormone is pretty high. The insulin resistance, your blood sugar is imbalanced, irregular or absent periods, infertility or difficulty ovulating, hair loss, chin hair, weight around the belly. So a lot of these things are things to pay attention to with the PCOS. And the root cause of that is stress plus sugar, dysregulation, hormonal signals misfiring. So a lot of that is going on. Stress, sugar dysregulation, like your body is not regulating sugar. It's just too much, the processed sugar. PCOS equals the body protecting itself from burnout. Obesity will burn your body out. Your body is carrying way too much weight, and if we're not giving it the nutrients and the minerals and the vitamins that it needs, like, it's burning out. Whether you think you look good or any of that, your body is burning out. You can ignore it as much as you want. All right? Endometriosis. This is me. Tissue that behaves like uterine lining grows outside the uterus. So the lining that strips when you have your menstrual, instead of it coming out, it'll come out still, but a lot of that stripping goes back into the body. It's coming outside of the uterus. That's the endometriosis. It's extremely painful. And I can't say I had extremely painful menstruals. I had extremely painful ovulations. So again, I'm probably high estrogen, which caused a lot of that ovulation difficulty, right? Extremely painful. And when it really started getting to a certain pain, I was saying to myself, now I understand what the elders used to say. You know, you're a pain in my ass. Because that's where mine was focused more like, why do I have this just pain in my ass? I gotta laugh at it sometimes because it's just crazy. I start to think like, okay, yeah. So extremely painful periods, pain during sex. That was really towards the end. That didn't happen till towards the end, right before I was about to have my hysterectomy. And it was like, yo, this is crazy. So even if it's not during, it would have been after. And I mean, and that pain can have you ready to go to the ER. So, and I'm thinking like, what's going on? My tolerance for pain is high. Like, what's going on? I'm ready to go to ER. It's not okay. So we had to do something about that. Digestive issues. Oh my goodness. If I could say endo did anything to me that really stuck out more besides the ass pain, that digestive issues, because I was dealing with that. Like I said, 36, I'm almost 49 now. So that's a long time from noticing initially. And then moving here, say 2017 or 18, I had a positive for the bad bacteria, H. pylori. So just more bad bacteria in my gut than good bacteria. And all they really did was give me some fucking pamphlets like, you got to eat this, eat that. But how, what, when, and how to do that was not clear. So you wind up going right back to those same habits. And again, the digestive system is just all screwed up. So, it doesn't matter if you're fat or skinny, most of them got that. Irritable bowel syndrome. Like, it's so many things that affects the gut. And fatigue. I really wasn't too fatigued, but I carry a lot of high cortisol. I'm always moving around. So I really didn't notice. And the root drivers, inflammation. The root drivers of endometriosis, inflammation. Immune confusion is another. Your immune system is freaking confused. often emotional trauma stored deeply. Absolutely. That one, absolutely. Body in defense mode. Yeah. Those things were really hard to sit back and self-reflect on. Again, you know, living in a home with love and abundance. I think just that defense mode, raising daughters like they're growing to be women. I'm in defense mode, right? Because you step out of line, my boundaries you cross like you think I'm your friend. You understand? Even though I don't even have that type of dynamic with them, but I still carried it, right? And then living in the city that I live in, you know, I have a kind heart. So I am on defense mode, especially if the environment dictates that, you know, and then I go back here. I go right back here. And, you know, I grew up with a lot of boys and I'm not going to run. I don't freeze. I tell you that. So it's either fight. And I have to say my children has always, them being with me will definitely keep me calm, or just avoidance, whatever the case may be. So God bless their hearts. The endometriosis equals the body placing protection where it didn't feel safe. And I say that's lack of knowledge and understanding and wisdom of self. You know, when you don't know how your body functions, it's scary. You don't feel safe. How can I feel safe in a body I don't know how to take care of? I mean, that's really being honest. Like, I don't know how to take care of my body. That's some scary shit. Can't just be me. So we don't want to feel like that. So the more I give knowledge to myself, give knowledge to my daughters, or any woman around me, I feel safe. I feel safe. But the endometriosis was so bad in me, I had to take it all out. So total hysterectomy, everything gone. Again, threw my body in shock. Nobody prepared me. Had troubles and had to deal with some stuff. So, you know, we're going to share. Endomyosis, adenomyosis. I always pronounce that wrong. You know, after the hysterectomy, they tell you all the things that were actually wrong, right? Because a lot of things are hidden and they really can't tell unless they do a laparoscopy. Can't just tell by MRIs and scans. I had a full HIDA scan and it couldn't see no endometriosis. So with dye, without dye, yes. Couldn't see none of that until he went in and had a laparoscopy. So that's how we knew. As well as I had this. Similar to endometriosis, but the tissues grows inside the uterine muscle. So imagine tissue growing in your uterine muscle cavity where it's not supposed to be. Yeah, it's probably pretty painful. It causes heavy bleeding, clotting, extreme pain, and tender uterus. And you can feel a tender uterus because if you're having intercourse or anything is going back there, it's tender. You know, this is the womb saying, I'm being overworked. Wow. I am carrying too much. I have no rest. The womb needs rest. It needs rest. It's being overworked. Too many kids, having child after child, a lot of traumas. So cervical cancer often linked to HPV, which many women clear naturally when immunity is strong. When your immunity is strong, the HPV can clear up. If you don't take care of your body, give it the right things, it's going to keep coming just like a goddamn yeast infection. Okay? Chronic inflammation. Again, inflammation is destroying us. It really is. Low immune resistance. Your immunity has no resistance. It's not resilient at all. Poor vaginal microbiome. Y'all doing too much. Too many condoms. Too many creams. Putting any and everything in there. All fucking plastic toys. Too many penises that don't belong to you. Put a ring on it. All right? And you can screw it all day, all night, naked. We're doing too much. It affects us. It'll affect you. Poor vaginal microbiome. The things you eat. The things you eat affect your microbiome in your vagina. You don't drink no water, or you drinking a soda, you drinking beer and Henny all day. You serious? Your pee probably stink. Like, it's all connected, and we're not giving it the right things that we need. So that cervical cancer, you're not just gifted with it because it's in your genetics. You have to admit that you've done a lot of wrong things, made poor decisions. You were not clear on how to treat your vagina, to show honor to it. Do not abuse it. Give it rest. We don't do that. Even the doctor tell us to chill out. You just had a baby, 6 weeks. About 3 weeks, I'm like, hubby, He like, chill. Didn't that tell you 6 weeks? So I can't be the only one. You want to jump up on it. I better stop playing. So when the cervix loses safety, it loses boundaries. You never were taught to keep your cervix and your vagina safe, huh? If mama wasn't protecting you, you were taught that, okay? So, when the cervix loses safety, it loses boundaries. The cervix is the gate of the womb, okay? It's the gate. I know too many women who have lost their life sending love and light to the families. Uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, uterine cancer. A lot of people really don't know until it's too late. This usually develops after years of estrogen dominance. I was on the verge of that. So inflammation without resolution, on the verge of that. Said total hysterectomy. I could have changed my eating. I could have did so many things, but the doctor wanted $22,000. He wanted to get that money. All right? I don't have to tell her nothing. She ain't trying to learn nothing, which I was, because I was always asking questions. But again, we were supposed to be taught these things. Our elders, they just didn't have the words, the clarity to understand in the books to get it from. So, we do. We're going to change that. So it usually develops after years of estrogen dominance. If you're estrogen dominant, you might be susceptible for uterine cancer without resolution. Susceptible. Root contributors, diet, lacking whole foods, environmental hormone disruptors, lotions, plastics, hair relaxers, stress hormones, consistently high, cortisol, consistently high, poor gut health, estrogen not being cleared. Poor gut health, estrogen is not being cleared, so it's too high. This is not random. It builds slowly over time. Egg count. The egg count naturally declines with age. My kids were amazed by that. Like the time that I had you in my body, my mother had me in her body. Y'all eggs were already there. It's a mysterious universe. And you made it. Out of them million of souls trying to get to my egg, you made it. That's power. That's power. So egg counts naturally decline with age, ladies. Yes, but it declines faster when the nervous system is constantly stressed, sleep is poor, the liver is overloaded, there's chronic inflammation, the body does not feel supported or safe. Egg count goes down. You don't believe me? Do your research. Safety equals fertility. Not emotional safety. The body protects you by suppressing reproduction. You're not safe. You shouldn't be getting pregnant. You get that? Safety equals fertility. Not emotional safety. The body protects you by suppressing reproduction. So there's an elimination process, right? Women have been pushed through. I'm a product of that. It's disgusting. Elimination process. The more we know, we wouldn't have to go through that. Okay. So for the last 50 plus years, women have been told heavy periods, get some birth control. Pain, get some painkillers. Fibroids, uterine removal. Let's just remove it. Cysts, ovary removal. Endometriosis, hysterectomy. Let's just get rid of it. Infertility, IVF. Don't eat right. Don't exercise and change your environment. Go to IVF. Spend $10,000, $15,000. And it might have a screwed up egg or screwed up semen because somebody injected it in you. Like, I'm just saying, emotional overwhelm. Get some antidepressants, which they tried to tell me with, what was the last diagnosis? Fibromyalgia. Crazy work. We're going to revisit this. My phone about to shut down. And wait, nope, I can do this. This microphone. All right. So that might be off. Let me know if y'all can hear me right. But this is what the doctors do. Doctors have treated symptoms, not causes. Because women were never taught. You were never taught your body. Well, you think you know, but you don't. I'm just saying, you think you know, but you don't. And it's okay. That's the first step, is admitting that you have a problem. It's okay. I was there too. So we were never taught, the medical system was not built to protect us. It was built to manage them.
It was not built to protect us. So women kept suffering in silence, and not being gifted any type of resolve to fix it or how, right? So the truth, most of us, these conditions can be prevented. A lot of these conditions can be prevented. They can be reduced or slowed. May not get rid of it totally, but it can be reduced or slowed. When we do address it, admit, self-reflect, bad habits. We got to address the inflammation. You got to address the stress hormones. You got to address the emotional holding. You got to address the gut health. You got to address the environmental estrogen. Everything that we eat and put in our body will stimulate that estrogen. And if it's dominant, it's going to cause a lot of problems, okay? Nervous system safety. Safe in my home and I still have it. So nervous system safety is hard, and that's calming yourself, quiet, put the goddamn phones down, ground yourself, take your shoes off, walk around on the hardwood floor, go walk in the wind. It's so windy out there right now. I'll be outside like this, Michael Jackson. Oh, gotta get back to that. And the nutrient replenishment. And even with all of what I was trying to do, my body needed a reboot. I needed to not do all of what I've been doing, any type of sugar, just knock it all off and just eat nutrients. That's what I was doing now, eating nutrients. So I know this is what my body needs. A womb can regenerate. Ladies, a womb can regenerate, my sisters. A cycle can rebalance. Hormones can realign. Not in 3 days, but steadily, gently, consistently. Consistency is the key. And if you don't have it, it won't fucking work. This is where I got to get a little, hard with you. Consistency is the key. You can't do it for 3 days and then stop. I was going to do a whole month. I'm kind of still doing it, but if I feel like I want to eat in the day, I'm gonna. But I'm going to make sure I eat something that's nutrient filled. That's it. Besides picking up some chips or making some bread sandwich or, I'm going to make sure I'm conscious about what I'm eating right now because I don't want it to affect me later. Even just having a little piece of candy the other night, going to pick up my daughter, just to kind of keep me awake in the car 1:30. I wasn't sleepy, but it's something to give you a little boost of sugar. Yeah, it hurt me in the morning. I was hurting. I'm like, damn, one little piece of candy. Can't have it no more. So this was the clarity session. And if you haven't went over to subscribe to Mrs.SheSaid's Kitchen Medicine Cabinet, where we'll be learning and to understand ourselves so we can do better. Feel better. It's the main thing. And the only way I can do it is just give you a little bit more knowledge and wisdom, just what I know, share with you. And if it helps you, I'm very happy. And if it doesn't work for you, then I hope you can find something else that may work for you. But I already have 12 episodes. I have a book with 20 chapters of a lot of information, that can help any of you. And I'll be here. So, hit that notification bell over here on Mrs.SheSaid Shame Sunday, because this is where I'm going to have to do it until my channel gets 50 subscribers, and then we can go live over there. Or Tribe Called Harris. We should be live tonight. Y'all come on over and check us out. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because we kind of cool. I'm just saying we got a lot of content, original content, and we enjoy being here. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. But if it works for you, God bless you. Y'all keep on pushing. Sis, thank you for dropping the link to my new channel, Kitchen Medicine Cabinet. When you put it in the search engine, it ain't going to come up. I'm just saying. Kitchen Medicine Cabinet, Mrs.SheSaid. Hope to see y'all soon. Hit that notification bell. And, send some donations. T-shirts by Nikki. Cash App. $. T-shirts by Nikki. I could use some more blenders and, I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I appreciate that, y'all though. See y'all soon tonight. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one. The clarity session.